Hi dear. Today we will crochet such a beautiful flower. It can be made in two versions. The first version is when the yarn in the center has the same thickness as the yarn used for the petals. In this case, the flower becomes more dimensional and the petals slightly overlap each other. And here is the exact same version. The yarn has the same thickness, just in a different color. The second version is when the yarn in the center is a bit thicker than the yarn used for the petals. Then the diameter of the circle becomes larger, and because of that, the petals lie evenly. Choose whichever version you prefer. Based on that, select the appropriate type of yarn. I'm using 3mm metallic yarn art yarn and bobbiny cotton yarn, as well as a 5mm hook. You can also use a 6mm hook, but I find the 5mm more comfortable. Make a magic ring, insert the hook inside, pick up the yarn and pull it through. Yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. Make one more loop. We need to crochet a total of 14 double crochets into the magic ring. We already have the first one, now make the second. Then the third. While crocheting, you can gently pull the yarn tail to shape and tighten the ring. Make 2 last double crochet stitches. Next, take the yarn tail and tightly close the ring. I will show you an easy way to finish the round. Insert the hook into the second double crochet stitch. Pick up the yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through the loop on the hook. Then cut the yarn by leaving about 10 centimeters, about 4 inches. Pull the yarn all the way through, turn the work over, and weave the yarn tail neatly into the stitches. But there is another method. After finishing the last double crochet, pull the yarn all the way through. Then insert the hook from the back into the second double crochet, pick up the yarn and pull it through. Next, insert the hook into the very first stitch from the back right into the center of the stitch and pull the yarn through again. This way you recreate the same chain edge that runs around the entire ring. Then you can either tie the yarn ends into a small knot and cut the ends shorter, or neatly weave them into the stitches. So I've hidden one yarn tail. Then the second the same way, and now nothing is visible. Now let's move on to the next step. Insert the hook into any stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through the loop on the hook. Then chain 3. You can leave the yarn tail for now. When the flower is finished and you have the second tail as well, the two ends can be used to tie the flower, for example, to a basket. If you don't need that, you can simply hide the yarn tail inside the stitches. I will leave this yarn tail for now. So we've made 4 chain stitches. Next, in the following stitch, work 4 treble crochets. Yarn over twice, insert the hook into the stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the next 2, then yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. That completes a treble crochet. Yarn over twice, insert the hook into the same stitch and work the second treble crochet. Make the third treble crochet stitch. And the fourth. Chain 4. or insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull up a loop and slip stitch to secure it. That completes our first petal. Then chain 4 again. And make 4 treble crochets into the next stitch. Then chain 4. Insert the hook into the next stitch and join with a slip stitch. The second petal is ready as well. Chain 4 again. And work 4 treble crochets into the following stitch. Continue repeating the same pattern. Chain 4 into the next stitch. Join with a slip stitch. And chain 4 again. Make 4 treble crochets into the next stitch. Then make chain stitches. Into the following stitch work 4 treble crochets. Into the next stitch make chain stitches. Then into the next stitch work 4 treble crochets and next chain stitches. Into the last stitch work 4 treble crochets. Finally, chain 4 and join into the very first stitch to close the round. In total you should have 7 petals. I'll crochet almost to the end and stop at the last stitch. So I have made 6 petals. Chained 4. And now I need to crochet 4 treble crochets into the very last stitch. I have completed the 4 treble crochets. Now chain the final 4 stitches. Insert the hook into the very first stitch, pull up a loop and finish with a slip stitch. Next, take the scissors and cut the yarn. Pull the yarn end all the way through. Insert the hook into the very first stitch from the back. Pick up the yarn end and pull it through. Now on the back we have 2 yarn tails left. One option is to tie them into a small knot and use these ends to attach the flower, for example to a basket, so you don't have to sew it on. After tying it, you can hide the ends inside the basket stitches so they won't be visible. If you don't need to tie the flower anywhere, simply weave these ends into the back of the flower. Hide one yarn tail in this direction and the other in the opposite direction. And here is the little beauty we've made. So choose the version you like best. I hope this video was helpful for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and be sure to visit my Etsy shop. Happy crocheting!